my brother Trent. He's a lowly, icky chemist. And we are
The Bourbon Brother Whiskey Nerds. Troy, it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday, little brother. That means we
means
spun the magical wheel of whiskey.
did.
And today, as we like to say, the magical wheel of whiskey rarely does us dirty.
It does us
and
so
it did
well.
not do us dirty today, because we get to drink some Bookers. Troy, talk to me about
Bookers. 2024, the Springfield batch. As you can see, I hate it. Worry not. There's a backup in the basement.
There's a backup bottle of Bookers.
I actually bought a backup of this bottle because I liked it so much. Now, Booker's gets a little bit of a bad rap.
Let's talk about this a
We
second.
can dive into that for a little bit. Because
This is, just so you know, high proof
high proof
Jim Beam juice.
Jim Beam juice, relatively low age. Although this is one of the older ones out there. 7 years, 7 months, and 8 days.
Now-
they go to a lot of significant figures on that age. You know, it's kind of impressive.
Yeah, well,
it's all on the label.
and it's tough to do decimals there because it's
I
not
know.
power of 10.
It is not.
There aren't 10 days in a week.
There's
Last
not.
I checked,
It's-
there aren't 10
It's
months in a year.
Gregorian and
It's-
very strange,
as opposed to hexadecimal or even
or even
binary.
binary. But at any rate,
you know what? Just moving on.
just moving
So
on.
this is, as we've mentioned, some high proof Jim Beam juice. I'm expecting some peanutty, some
Well,
roasty toasty coffee toffee.
If I am recalling this correctly, one of the things I love when I get on Booker's is fruit notes.
Oh yeah.
Dark, brooding fruit notes. Cherry, blackberry,
jammy and
stewed
unctuous.
jamminess, and this was one of them.
So we'll see if it
we're gonna
delivers
see
on
if
the
that holds
Springfield
true.
batch. One of
So-
the things that's interesting about Booker's, and while Troy pours, I'll talk about this. Booker's suffers from two things. First of all, Jim Beam.
Ooh, that was a healthy pour for you. Sorry.
That's okay. I'll drink it. And Jim Beam, if you're listening, and of course you are, because we're lovable. I think the shtick is getting old. People need new, interesting things.
We've talked about this a couple times before. I think and Jim Beam, if you're listening, which, why aren't you? Please do. I think they need to shift it to 2 releases a year instead of 4.
Right, because it's seasonal now.
And up the age.
And up the quality.
Correct.
Because I think the biggest gripe I've heard is that there are some Bookers, and maybe this is one of them. Troy really likes it. That probably means I will. We don't have that dissimilar a palate. Some of that's genetic. We are brothers. It's not like we're lying. So, is that there can be really, really good Bookers, and there can be sort of disappointing
And they suffered
Bookers.
from what I call a consequence of the bourbon boom.
Right.
You used to be able to get Bookers for about $70.
70, 80 bucks. And it was really good.
And that was a steal. Now we pay in Pennsylvania $100.
And
Some people pay $110,
$130.
$150.
I've heard $130.
Even $120s and $130s is not
And
out of
that is a pass.
That's
for most
kind of a
Bookers.
pass.
If
but
you're paying $130, you can get one of those.
you could get a reserves, which is behind your shoulder.
Well,
there.
and you can get, that was a good release.
It's delicious.
And that, being a Booker's, people would have paid.
Correct.
Right? Now they have Booker's reserves, as if to say, we saved the best for once a year.
just put the best in 2 releases a year. So, at any rate,
It doesn't make sense.
It really doesn't make
sense. So there are other YouTubers out there, we have respect for them, who are done buying Bookers because of the price increases and the varying quality.
And make no, I do not buy every Booker's release.
No, we don't. We don't own
We
them.
don't. We intentionally on this channel try not to look at, notes and tasting reviews and
and things like
reviews
that, yeah.
because unconscious bias is real. We don't want to impart that, although it's really hard not to.
Yep.
But if I hear that one is particularly good, I'll pick
Maybe
it up.
we'll seek it out.
We might seek
right?
it out.
Because it does come to Pennsylvania, and we pay about $100.
Yep, with pretty
We pay a bill,
regularity.
which is sort of on the high side. We don't seek it out, but it's not ridiculous and a pass. I think almost all of these are a pass at $120, $130. I just don't think you pay that. You can get really good whiskey at that price point. All right, going in. For
124.3 on our proof here. And let me tell you, that is there.
Well, you get it on the nose.
Once you dig into that ethanol bite, which is there,
You have to get past it. There's a lovely sweetness.
and it's fruit sweetness.
Well, yes, I get that.
It's fruit sweetness. That roasty, toasty coffee toffee is there too.
Peanut brittle.
Yeah, peanut brittle. Very much so.
Peanut brittle. I'm getting a brightness that I was not expecting.
Yeah, there is a citrusy brightness to this. Yep, it's there.
The sweet notes
Brown
on this
butter,
whiskey are
hazelnutty,
just dynamite.
yeah.
Just
Pecan
dynamite.
praline. I really
Dynamite.
like the mix of that brightness and that fruit sweetness
It's really, really
really well done.
Again, no matter what you pay for it, now you have it. So you want to like it. I'm telling you what's good about the whiskey. And what's good about this whiskey is this nose, one of my favorite words, envelops. I probably say it every episode. The enveloping of that sweetness with that nice brightness of fruit is just really well done. Not reading is old, not reading is young. Not reading is uber mouthfeely, certainly not reading is thin. Again,
Not sure it hides the proof very well because the proof is definitely there.
well, and we're towards the bottom. Sometimes things drink hot when we.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
We'll see. I mean, you have to dig for it, but there's a really delightful nose in here. I'm almost disappointed there's not more oak. I think Troy's right about upping the age, right?
I mean, if these lived in that 8 to 10 year range,
Now people don't mind paying
could
$80
put,
to $100.
8.5, when you find a special baker's that's like 8-10 months, I think I'd probably do that.
Well, right, and then people don't mind paying $80, $100.
Yeah,
right? So
if,
make
cast
one-
strength or blend strength, 12 years.
Make one 10 years. Make one 10 years. Come on,
$12 per year of age.
How many barrels are there aging at Jim Beam right now? Probably 1 million.
Oh.
That might be an underestimate.
There might be more like 2 or 3 million. Anyway, we're going to drink it. Cheers to What You Drinking Wednesday. Oh, yeah.
It's really good.
What I love about this Booker's expression is the punch of sweet fruit notes
It's
on the front
so
of the palate.
freaking good.
It is so well done. I think I mentioned it earlier in the video. I really seek out Bookers that give me those fruit notes, and this one delivers on it.
It's really, really nice. And Troy's right. There's a darkness to the fruit note on the palate that there isn't on the nose. It's all bright on the palate, or on the nose. This has some dark notes underneath there.
There's a hint of that molassesy roasted marshmallow.
Yeah, I think that molasses definitely dives deeper into the brown sugar molasses. Sugar on the stove, caramelized. Caramel would be a good note for this. But it's still delivering that roasty, toasty, nutty coffee.
That nutty profile is there.
Really there. The proof is more well hidden on the palate than it was
Absolutely.
on the nose.
I was just thinking that.
Presents on the finish, which isn't uber long, but it's nice.
If I had a gripe, that would be it. I think I wish the finish were a little
I
bit
wish
more.
the finish were a little bit more flavorful. I think most of it is just proof.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's lacking a little bit of flavor on the finish. I don't have notes to point out on the finish. I have notes to point out on the nose. They're good. I have notes to point out on the palate.
There is
They're
a
good.
mid-palate baking spice that I find really
nice.
pleasing. Yeah.
Yep. I'm sure it's 75, 13, 12, just like everything else.
I would think so. I don't know if Jim Beam has a
My
whole
favorite,
lot of magic.
My favorite part of this is the nose. It's so well done. All right.
Again, we've said it a couple times, you have to dig through that ethanol bite on the nose, but it's there.
The sweet notes on this are worth diving into. I get a little bit more oak on the palate, and it is welcome. I think it balances out the sip. It rounds it out. No youth, no bite, no all of the good things. Some spice. My finish was better on my second sip.
My finish is much better on the
really
second
nice
sip.
finish now. Oh, come to Papa.
Oh, that is singing. Now I've got notes on the finish. You know what I get on the finish? Molasses and marshmallow.
Well, it's sweet.
Yeah.
It's not peppery.
There's some baking spice, and some of that pepper is
But I do
approved.
think it's baking spice. Clove.
Yep.
Right? Nutmeg.
Yep, apple pie, pumpkin pie spice type of thing.
It's good stuff. Troy mentioned he gave me a healthy pour. I'm going to drink it.
I did give him kind of a healthy.
I am fine with this.
You know what? We like Jim Beam probably more than some of our other whiskey tube counterparts.
And again, we have mad respect for those people. They're wrong about Jim Beam. They're not completely wrong about Booker's. If you're not into the Jim Beam profile, Booker's is not probably your whiskey.
Well, and I do to a certain extent think to drop $400+ over the course of the year on Booker's releases, which, yeah, I'm not sure I do that.
If somebody said that rubbed them the wrong way, I can't point at them and call them wrong.
Correct.
Right.
But there are still some gems to be had, and I think 2024 was one of them.
I have a list on my phone of Booker's that the whiskey world, and again, Troy's right, I don't listen to tasting notes, but that the world has said are good. Go find them. So that when I'm in a store, I see them. Now, we're in Pennsylvania, which is liquor controlled. We're never going to see like a 2022 Booker's in a Pennsylvania store.
But they show up.
That is zero chance of happening. What we might see is that if a really good one comes out in 2026, we'll probably...
Interestingly enough, 2026 came out, and it's getting some press, some acclaim. So we'll see. Now, something that happens in Pennsylvania that's kind of random is we'll see 2 before we see 1. It makes no sense whatsoever.
As we like to say, we'll probably see it in Pennsylvania. The question is, when? Because it's as likely to be tomorrow as it is December.
Precisely.
And that has nothing to do with the release date of the whiskey. Woe that it would, but it does not. It has nothing to do with the release date of the whiskey.
We were at a whiskey tasting, and some guy was walking around with a shirt that made Trent and I laugh. It said, "I take romantic walks in the liquor store." Cracked us up. So go on a romantic walk in your liquor store, and maybe you'll stumble into a Booker's.
And again, if you're into the Jim Beam profile, I think you owe yourself the courtesy of getting yourself a Booker's. And if you can find one, because you're not in a liquor control state where they only have the current year's release, and you can find a Springfield batch. You know what you said it was?
Yep, it's the Springfield batch. 2024-01.
It's a good release.
It's pretty tasty.
Folks, once you buy it, all you care about is the juice. All you care about is whether or not we like it. And I'm here to tell you, this is good whiskey.
It's good.
There's not the best I've ever had, but
I hate it.
Whiskey. I'm amazed he has a backup Booker's. Woe that you could live a life like Troy and have a backup Booker's. This is what we do for you, which is why you need to like, share, and subscribe. Hype us up. Join that Patreon community. Very budget-friendly offerings there. All sorts of fun and merriment, even more than we give you on the regular channel.
If that's even possible. But anyway.
Imagine more fun and merriment than this. Mm-hmm. I am imagining that, and I can imagine it because I lived it. In any case, we're going to sign off. We've done all the damage we can do for today. Love us some Booker's. Folks, we're on an upward trajectory. Please make sure you're a part of it. We're looking forward to seeing you all through the summer. It's May here and gotten nice outside. Still unseasonably cold, but whatever. We'll move on from that. I'm mad at that groundhog. We're moving on.
Stupid Gus. Anyway,
Stupid
Puxatawny Phil.
Stupid groundhogs.
Anyway.
Don't really like them. In any case, folks,
rodent.
no matter how mad you are at groundhogs, or no matter what you're drinking on this Wednesday, and as we like to say, we don't care if it's a Wednesday. We always want you to drink what you like.
And like what you drink.
We'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone. Cheers.
Bye now.